dorje bebe kadar je jab je bara je bala so and ba den yo do do mang bo ge sa dorje ja ren a rang dong le je wa mo je wo je lang bo dorje dong de za je me chen je de den dorje je la min za par je ne ma je ba ning a je ba na na je je wo ro zong ko re ka jo la so and ba da zo do yo je yo wa zo gu je dem de je sa je le ba to me do je ja re je ba sa Andor pe mala indi don indi dol ding dor ne den zam len dor je sara don jo jo len so dor jo la so and so gom dan jo jo ma nya par je zen je no so so on den lang dang a sar ne re sha la san dor jo lo ma je dar sar ring zang ro cha der da len cha mi sha so ka ju chi da la so and so ju ba Dor zen jo jim zhe xian zhou ri di dor je san san wa gen je da bo dor je jian zhe do se ju dor je na bar jo gang de zhe le ji de zo ba la ji yin de ni ji zhe ba ge Ding dor bar wa qian bo niao jie ge ba de jin jin yo me za ge ma ra yin ye song jo go lo jian de yuan dou dang bar se zhu jie jiang da cer cha de go song dan jin wan so so dor je ba ba jing ge la so wan de so de le nam jia de shuo so wan de so de le nam jia de shuo ran song re be za dong de na so so ge go re yi ji zhou jia de jia da yi ji ba ba jin se den de nian zhen dou so ju ba de jiu ba gan de so de ji dong lo da na ye zhi da de jin dou jie zhou 天命人间不万着着了，天理都是讲他等把这脚多大个当一些娘家人们真把着的这上就什就分把有些个，天是就这不的着就，这就到这些着我用着的都是用那这你们都问什么这就不万都的了，天天那个是个大生活。Bong bo de jiong na me la re zhou ren niao mong de jiong de dong sa jia de jie da de jiong ji bin zhe wang jie la we de jiong de lin zhou sa do yo le jie yong de ji bu ni zhou jie ji ba zhong ji men ba re jie ba jie da ge do ben yin se de ba jie zhang dong gong bang jiu do yo ji ba 宁可去的学把玩这个冷的浪卷的你见nam就了没把浪子用的将谁叫个人被我们的没了。没得搞得我们咱们的跟着啦啦啦，我们说我知道说我他妈说我知道哈，都是不把样子，那没知道进去之类，那种你我去找我有说，门内一起去这个谁把东西都得了，吞的是。天南街就我们去把ram sar sa ter chin rina lim ba ba yang sa lam ye san do ji de sa ba ga rang yong da ngap se sin de nam ji tong da ter yong sor ya ge de ta dan le zan de ge la jin che dan dong wang ge wan do so zhi ba jie ba men chong we ga san ling pro ben ten le lam che de ba la ngong do ci jie cha mi rong bo je nyong ge so ban de ni tab de wan na de da na 那多么的叫声呢？那么老马公就一那老就就做起了，但是我曾经那个种个别叫声就零送，起码到跟着跟着这生之类不会经过等话，同的主播是生命去了生机到零送。他们就那红让人领着这一把了，给的老板这边没有没得的，人家啥都被他们就过来一领着中大家嘎达样的领奖了，下大下子怎么了？他说。东家马来总在这在那，然后这边老总那拉下什么呀？东的让总那他都是交流也是交马来节目那是些嘛，把领导那总在没就近我们啥别的别阿拉跟那的晓得啊，红那我给帮他说下一个。听到这上把外经过呢，这这个为一没不把龙让那一了这边家也看为白马大你大的人那外的那红个装到嘞。大年马季走个个把钱都是用的钱，等到小子啥都把下学多大的也干了用马路边等那人个为钱都是红金个大美手学谁下当家人发生。也你这个正啊的用你没帮卡张正他你了，不把这都主让这钱拿走用钱可罗见的忙听家下些啥你的别有帮个你就用别马了要拉多着哇红个呀用我，这把多人要马做个新节呀用我，这个都是叫呀家子。대화를 뭐죠? 대화를 뭐 요양용 자나산에 도진 야용 어봉예 남자 야용 가봉용 용어 야용 어라예 도자 야용 말자 라용 간성 야용 선나 소je를 제세조라 조제 야용 사수제 대다로 예전나 자성 사조 야제 대도제 쇼바도 조제랑 단송자 나송zen 요고마 동제 예진 거물은 고요 대세제 주바가 도제 다니 쇼나 사다단 세자 동계 제외소 선거용서 보바르치 所谓多个人们的什么做干不是把这的也多个人们的手机多见的这是对吧？红了啊，结果让那让让，结果真把那当多个红手机叫我他们就叫我个手机老板也往都等不着北京。红火说啊哈嘛拉嘛把当让让都个五十节一起什么经常怎么这个了也是。他ว่า什么呀？啥为啥呀？就些经历有松，基本上到这些年来，就为群众把外国同胞都是就能搞到几把样，这些年的这个。 Ba do je ba do ba da ma da ge zhong ma li zo ze yi xi zhou jia xie yi xi zhou jia xie ko ji xin de jiang da dan zhe ma zang bo de ba dang ge la ye ge zhou ze ze yi xi zhou ge ji xi ze so a hong ba hong be za sa ma ya de zha li san za wan ne hong si zong du ba zhou ba dang ge ji ba ze wo ze du ji xin bo so ji la zi ji ge be san de la de bo zha de zao san na san ju bu ru wa ne hong le jin ji ji jia san na san guo ben jiu ba na mang ge yu zhou ba rang zhe zhu ba la lang jiu ba ben ni min lang de mei ba ji ze song be za er gan ba de be be de ba lo要不然这啥也说，我这边人老多年没接单，你们看人上班儿当就今天就多么几天不麻烦，咱们这当把人家该用都没下也让一人当年，都叫这个江苏巴东州一当这不起嘛，都是新包括的接了包啊，红灯的都把红把进都是用的州叫去，那咱可罗进的用，他一个这边州就让人来小边周末就这把来了，我不知道做啥子，对吧？大概跟我进，结果所以就我跟我爷子吧，那就不说就你的。在家东个街吧，拉手的不送嘛，家去他们去送，我大街拉上这多把街，姐都去都当的老板，我就这边这来这边做，咱们的红包进都进的三个去，可罗进的弄的这个在这东哈街上样都这都当人的嘛，这边的这大个都送，俺这那几把六十就这边送，那也都当年的个那个送都去行了。他们去往个马人的送，那么去把的送，让个那送的把嘛去把的样，就把他们去都去行了，他们去都去不老走个去了，把他们把这都送的人。让了这边没把当理解来一样，咱那家呀来呀，用这个卡西瓦台湾那经过把那经哈着，跟我操西把的台湾没得我们啥个那个来呀，啥我们应该把我记到那天把我看真的，是了当看真一般的呀，也就用也。用尽我老把我这个把他没变，哈就让这周边就个用尽上完了，也别都是就让个3年哈就让这种看真都个人把不嘛接的工学没啥个来呀，啥红把我看真个现在。本在样子的，把人子的马拉松的这么大的也，咱们个的把红白记的。Rupale Jurachik Lo, Deji Dogvese Tomaninza, Yang Kase, Yozo, So Sang Han Ten Shanin Tung Tinji, Sharadan, Dewan, Jon Samje, Bande, De Barsanta de Lozo, Karse Marjan Tripen, Tenle Yedra Paramibale, La Jurwa, Partin Purple, La Soye, on A E or Lewan, Gaga, Sasana, Baba, Yerosa, Jomis, Soyam, Balam, Mother, Anera to me about the Minda, the Sarakamas, the Yan Goroha, Obanga, the Bezam, Zabama, Samazado, Yedar, my Daba, the design of the Majamana is all particular Lazoji. Sana Sam Jubamba goes on to Yundale, Dombame, Gandrina Jaja, Doji, Zergong, Doctor. Omen the on Jeremizakama Bala Sabara Gama, the Videbalo, the Yadara, the Zaiso, also due to some intelligence to Travel Yamajimit, something to go travel and Tinder Pabala Sansar do Yeni Dada Yemi Tonji Jamarin, Proven Koan Chambers and Begin Yamchan, and Roches Abaram, non Jubas, and Tolo Cha. Semjen Tolo Sha, then a Tina Linjidon Kovas, the unit, the visit was the Jodole Basa, so to Jikin Jalazona Young along the Long Juzo. No drinking along the Yi. Linga Yi Tong Jitu Song, Tony Jizaba Juzo Yanda Chimong, Nimin de Tosho, Tashine Hong Jiga Gada Tashi, Jiga Gada Lingjam Tashine, A longer Ranzon Sang and the show, Hong to Ganason Roder Tashine, Tamgi Tuji, Ninjing on the show. Namo Tatan Sam Yadam to Jela so the Zabje, the Mendoza of the Dragon Dedan. Yara the Mandala Goji Sam, or Yara Number Long Jusan Majava, Horani Parchins out to Hong was the person Tamji, someone called Jibachin. So thin anything down Barasan La on your Lobam Jing or Suma Yabe Shona Sada Semoja, Jinkin Yamas and Barmas over Japonia. Kodan Jetam say one good the Jesus of Galaya, Mohangadaya, Mama Shiran Karma. Karaya Sabara Varameza Sameza Sameza Pipe de Palong, the Yadara, the Saizomeza, the Gaimara, the Gayam Zagalaya, Mohangataya Mama Shedon Karma Karaya Sabara Varada, the Gaya, Person Tamji, Kodaman, the Jivataman, the Jila, Sanji, Masago, the Jesus, the was in the Venezuela, Garje barje chewa da tenje mebe loto da jiba jiba da joda mongro male banya da bentalen zu je on barje rano kala ya ga ni so ma dam se je chona sa da sa chona da ni sa da ma ken ji ma sen ponya je nga je de ro je ja je do me ra da tele da ra min ko da je la do je wan tele do bar zu tong jo ne so yo de de ni long sa on sa wan ra be do sha da ya hong be so yong ro bo je jo dong da ma dong den je ning bo ju de na be ma nya da ne ba hong de na bar de le ra yang kang song de ma da ben ge bo tam je si do je ra Om Am Sam Lam Ma Sa Ma Om Pa Hang Tang Ring A Yang Yang Je Da Se Ji Bo Ran Jin De Yung Ji Ro Mo Ji Yang Jia Wa Ren Yong A Hong Linh song sipa pho trpa dhamma ngara lava sa yiro shena ja yiro shena ja dana samante mata kala yengara sa shenra Om ahon sanang tuji yawa yogu pe long chung kana sa ra sing la pa par chen ya yung kota jipa ta cho che ya yung par song che lang paro tu dang yin sa kan sa yi sa song kana sa ra pan sa jana pan sa ho par chen ro pa so kan de do par ra ra ya ta chu ji ye gu pe ze sim chu nye chu chen da da na chun de yung cha da ra sang chu ra ma kar da jo Hong par jin ro ba so gan de do par ro ye do ji ge ji sen ju ni ju tin je de na ju de yong jia de da sang ju ri me ga da je de mong na sai su ni da je par me de dam san zhen ju ji ju jin ju tin chen tin dang za ling zhe dan xie gong lo za ra ro bo ga ding dang za ge ma ri jin ba ling da za ga na za de yo zhen de ding gen zhen je jiang ju ba ren nang ge ga da nyam ba be nyam ni gong be xin je la la na me be gong zhe de sang wa da ge wang mo da ge zha ba ha de dong zhen za de jin jiao mo jiu jiu ling ge zong ju ba ju din je be be zhe be ren zhen na to dang ni bo yong yin se gang then going to dorje san wan we ge yin par jen bo ding ran ding der tam se xie chang dong dorje yong da yin so ko lo jian de ma yong ni me to dang ga ye ge je par xin jing e so je dong der chuo jia ya zhe zhe be san jin ne ya yong zhe be san jin ne ta de ni je du dang ga ge zong de le sa yin ye re je zhou dan da ye be du jin da wa se dem ze ba zhen jiu nam je du dang ga zhen mian na ba ye yin en zhen le bo zhen de jian ba ge ge song ye dong jin ye ye du dang ga du ji ba ga zong ne nam je dam ding jong we zhou zha dang ge 天津波杰羌那嘛耶都当刚，列当年嘛耶都当刚，萨达嘛耶都当刚，杰贝根都当刚，瓦松耶都当刚，跟耶耶都当刚，也没对没都当刚，综合支付口这都当年我颜色个早晚了，当成那个中年东就瓦松当年，宁波所就那就把钱包就各种土地也钱包往当个中马里说嘛，他妈顶着猪把说电当着了，车子别么他们没得劲的。我看不进过波的州了，把就当这做，per serve door the law, barwa charge hor the sec. The team yang manje ba tra shor be sar che so de ban nam jo gor je la yi chi we sin je lo se ba dor je ta dan se ma nyor de don ta zeng go ma ta zeng de je dor je da som so je me yang se sang jo ne do ni len je ro ba hong ga ngo ba da dang ga na wa yu je da dang ga no wa yu je da dang ga ni me ro ba je me ga hong da ne ye ne ra do re sa da zhe me do ra nyam cha rang sa de nan sen zeng ba 现造下一杠线小没得怎么样的巴拉没得怎么的没把这个没把这个没把那个没把这个没得这个没得烟过啊我把个啥子那个的那么什么也啥多啊那么早送早晚送的一通都就那就那时候定节啥节节点边路子当时刚在他们接受个他们领导的那个就没啥个了也这个那些啥红包有人个那呀红北京个红到自己没得了包，就没得了包，生就没得了包就。那个的老板当你前面的老板说，他前面的老板就觉得这老板的什么的老板上就觉得什么就觉得什么叫动作不认真，他们家大家了，我见都不知道他给的大把子就把整个动作见三万，可我就没生老就有咱今天在这考了，我就是一找他另外多的些年等俺娘生牛玩做几个也不是送去，到了没在个了也找给当时马上要红呗，下单的红包进口去也是些找给找俺帮的把钱要用出去，当可手准备下的都，当然内容考虑那的真啥也没把我们子。nên rayak cha to da ka ye hong dong dong ji den na de zar de hong dong dong ge ji den na de zar ji na de zar ji na gong so so de da gang gang so so ne de ne do quan chen le zo nam je da jang khor je la de je de yi ba do me je se lang ba do nye we se dong lang ba do be dong be ne da la do be ka ba ka he dong da la do da zo ne zo da la do se fan se jam de da la do tan se to de da la do yen je chung ko da la do ma ma da da la do de je da la do tin je ja ka da la do sab da din je da la do ja bo nyu de da la do sai ka da la do ngā mē tēngi ngā tāla tō, tēnā sēngi tāla tō, nē kā rāngā tāla tō, lō kā shā kā tāla tō, mō ngē mē tēngi bā tō, tēngi jī jī sā jī tō, yin tō sōng jā rō jī tō, kī lō wā rī jī jī sā jī tō, tēmēng chī wā chūp jī tō, yin nā pō jī ndā pīng tō, yin nā mō jī tō yī tō, mē nā jī wā sā kā tō, chā yō ngē mbē mōng jī tō, tāla tō, jō tō, tā tō, sā gē lā, jō tō, tō tō, lō, sā rā mbā lēng tō, on zinda zataya hong be heraka jingo to sojin kholo ko da yin do ma le be jingo jin do bar yong par jin be la so ji bar do so ji ji jang ga tam la me to ma de kan la wa sem jor je on za da ma le da ka ye tu dang ka hong yin 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 kholo ko ne ne ko dur ji jin ko jin na je je wan da len zu je hong ji din de da ma de be ka so ma da je jin ga ni da je jing la to ma lo ji len zu den jong ne hong jo nang jin se be ji de na ne be den jong ne de zo ji be to ma de je la ko wan da len do bar zu na mo ko ji da 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 ji la to ding je za je je den be ne se dam sa gan de dam je do yong ro ram ba bo do go je za hong ba hong ni mong ju do jin je zo ma re jing e pa chan ran do re bo ra wo je zo pan sa me pa ne hong a hong dam ba ya ne hong de da ke le ke la ya sa wan ba ing ga ne ba hong be. Okay, so we finished the translation. So now we're going to practice and also share the teaching. First, we go to practice until to the mantra section. And the Zoom is okay, Esther?
All
You
good.
can hear it.
It's good.
Okay, so the last week sadhana and this one is some sections are different. It means sadhana is the same, but last week sadhana is just the original sadhana, and this one is add many more. And we're going to do the same as the main sadhana, the original one, but this sadhana, and you have last week sadhana, please follow by last week sadhana, supplication to the lineages. And the other are going to same. Especially Spanish speakers, so we have a translation already, the last week sadhana, and the last week is a supplication section. Okay, so we're going to do this here. It's page 1, but maybe it's your just it's to the Vajrakilaya lineage, Tibetan. First, we
Khenpo,
chant the
excuse me.
Tibetan.
You're breaking up a lot, Khenpo.
Yeah.
The sound is very intermittent.
Oh.
I guess Khenpo dropped, but maybe he's switching over to another system so we get better reception. Hopefully.
There's no accepting. Okay. So I cannot join the hotspot, and we have only this option. I don't know. My husband, where is on? Where is on? I think, yeah. Can you share hotspot? Give me other. No. Go to setting. Personal hotspot. No, I get. Thank you. Yeah. So I think this all works. So I have to leave here, okay, your phone. Mm. Can you hear no? Hello?
Yes, Khenpo. Yes, we can hear now.
Okay.
Yes.
We always have solutions. So supplication to the lineage, and you have could be different sadhana. It's okay. Just read the supplication. If you have same, so you can follow me. 我们共布根上多坚强，仁爱长东来接王摩羯，不接浪波多接东真子，这没些年等到了的亲家，谢拉门子把这坚强内嘛，金巴年爱接把那南接，小我荣松空来嘎就啦。Sorwan de so tabe zong do yo, chi jie wan so gu jie dem zhe jin, san jie len bai zhi mi do jie xia, ren jie bar zan ran zhe re bei ma len, ding de re ne den zam len do jie za, ra dong jo jie len so der jie la, Sorwan de so gong ben chang ju yo, Manya Parjen Zenje no Zozor Ode Langda Aza Neresha Langla Sandaran Choke Loma Ye Tasa Rinzan Roja Derda Len Chami Shoso Kawa Chidala Sorwan de So Jube Sorzen Yo Jemchara She Cho Rende Dorje Sen Sangwai Genje Dagbo Dorje Chi Churdo Zejo Dorje Nambaran Yong Chandaran Chenle Jede Zobe La Chi Je Yenle Ninje Chibe Ge Dindar Barwa Chenpo Nyam Je Gar Parjen Jem Jong Benza Gemara Yin Ye Song Jong Kolo Jende Yong 斗胆八心周觉江大字，查达国松当今王所所，多杰贝贝金格拉佐拉，索尔万的佐的勒南加的修， Rang song ribe zar zong ting na zong so ge ko re yi xie zhou wo xia cha da yi xie bu re ba ji yin se ten ne nin zeng dou zo yu ba re xiu hong gan ting song dou jian ko lo da nang xie zhi zha re de jin dou jie zhou chen me nin jie bu re ban zhou zhou la temne tuje janda den barasho tonda gada yishe nyam jorwe meze barwe chowon den choji sanjo semje burba yomje kar temne senjo zhebe zhenjo sho sejo dorje chowo yongjo de do song yon na zai ne me dong wei cai ma zai je pur ba no zai la hem ne na be zai kan dar zai yo hong be dai chong nam min la re zhor nyo mong dai chong dai dong sa je de che da dai chong che me zai wang je la we dai chong ling zhou sa do yo lei ye yong den je bo nyur zhou jin che para zhang an nge ju men para je par che zhao gui do bei nian sei de par jin chang dong gong bang jiu do jiu. No go to English.
Page 1. To the lineage of the oral transmission, I pray. Primordial Lord Samantha Vajra, Vajra holder, 5 families, Tarukas, great Bhikkhu Long, Paravahasti, Vajra Totwing Sal, Vimalamoitra, Mata destroying Queen of Woods, Sila Manju, Sakya Devi, the king and his subjects, the 25, and in particular, Nanam, Tim, Drubo, Rolong, and the clan of Kon. May the fortress of the views begin. To the lineage of revealed treasures, I pray. Venerable Shoki Longchuk, Rik Singh Godam Plumin, others, stained with Katra Sangye Lingpa, Rinchen Patam, self-liberated Padma, Udul Nudan, Zangling, Durje Sao, Raton Chokyo Lingpa, and the rest. May the perilous path of meditation be crossed. To the Dharma lineage holders, I pray. Venerable Ma, Nyak, the 8 glorious disciples, Nu, So, Zur, Bojan, Lang, the youthful Atash, Langla, Jondor, and his 4 supreme disciples. Venerable Darchar, Rinzan, Rok, Zhao, Terdak Ling, Jagne, and others. May the life force of conduct be seized. To the deities of Vajrakalaya's mandala, I pray. Vajrasattva, within whom the magical web of all peaceful and wrathful deities is subsumed. Dharma Vasha, master of all secrets. Vajra Vidarana, who severs the root of elusive thoughts. Deity within whom the activities to tame sentient beings according to their needs are condensed into one. Body of compassionate wrath arisen from the Dharma Dhatu sphere, blazing with great Mara destroyer, who dances with 100 moods. Glorious great Peruka Vajra Maru, consort Korlo Yedinpa. Innate union of primordial wisdom in space, 10 powers and perfections expressed by the 10 wrathful ones. Animal-based emanations, gatekeepers, oath-bound protectors, Ishvari goddesses, and the rest. May I be victorious over Mara. When a dark blue weapon, the perfection of the self-born Rigpa, arises in the gate of life force as primordial wisdom wrath, the all-pervasive wisdom Kila strikes into the open Dharmadhatu space. May it sever dualistic thoughts. When the aggregates and elements, the 3 seeds are realized, is filled with Vajra wheels, and unelaborated consciousness is accomplished as the great bliss Vajra. The Kila of immeasurable compassion strikes the beings of the 6 realms. May they seize the lifeline of compassion. When the union of wisdom and form, meaning and sign, generate sparks of terrifying wrathful ones. The bodhicitta Akila strikes into the consort's secret space. May the clouds of emanations, the sublime suns, be sent forth. When existence and beings are fully realized as Vajra wrathful ones, the material Hila of signs that never lets go strikes at harm-doers who grasp at the three poisons of appearances. May it penetrate them to their final end, conquering the demon. Let this body of newly ripened karma become liberated as the deity, conquer the demon of afflictions with the seal of bliss and emptiness, conquering the demon of death, gain power of immortal life, conquering the demon of the gods, attain the spontaneously perfected ground. May the 4 activities and 8 qualities be swiftly accomplished. In particular, may the flames of wrathful attributes incinerate the hearts of enemies and obstructors who cause hindrances, and thus may the sublime state of the glorious Haruka be attained.
Amare. Things. And Zom, okay, right? Can you hear clearly? Good.
We can hear clearly, Khenpo, but I'm not sure we're on the same text. We can't.
It's no same text, yes. I told already explain. Especially this first supplication section.
So should we find that somewhere?
I think now we go to the same one.
Okay, thank you.
Hopefully same translation.
Okay.
Go to this sadhana page 12. Go to the taking refuge and giving rise to bodhicitta. Page 12. Our page, this is sadhana. Namo lamai goncho yedam la jarwai jamse zoje la dadan jowai semje na goson kepe japsen che Namo lamai goncho yedam la jarwai jamse zoje la dadan jowai semje na Goson Gebe English.
Namo.
With respect for 3 doors and all sentient beings go for refuge in the Guru, the 3 Jivas, 3 Yadam deities, and all king or victors, so on. Tibetan. Next one. Jema Dagen Rogen Darzeser Tenle Perbe Jungorde Korwa Dongni Jobeser Seme Yere Semje Do Jemai Dagen Rogen Darzeser Tenle Perbe Jungorde Korwa Dongni Jobeser Seme Yere Semje Do. Alas. In order to liberate all sentient beings and to turn samsara into mandala of the Vajrakilaya, arose the 4 immeasurables. Do we have a drum or no? Do you have drum, right? Drum? Yes, I saw the drum somewhere. Can you bring that drum here? And put things here. Yeah. You know how to do drum, right?
No, I don't. I know how to hit it, but not.
Okay, you know how to hit it. Then you try. And I'll make you this song, and you can follow this one.
Okay.
We are page 13, so it's called the establishing the boundaries. Oi raye lendo yarye jembo lai ge dai lo baran dembe meya me de dar ye ne sawarado e zam je jen go ran yin len je zhong dar jai ga da yan da len ja lai ya dai ya zen zen ma ran sar won jai ma re zong zen zhe se ai ran zoi zhe be la zo nam la xia sa ma ya do ne ran zo nam dai de se choi ju zhou yin se zhar we mar che moi na se yer yen mai ba le dai nam zon ze mi ju je a hong. So now we go back to English. Hope the English translation same. If not the same, but just read yours. Continue. Sometimes some words could be different. It's okay. English. In the measurable palace, whose nature is spontaneously accomplished, even though concept of obstructing and misleading do not exist, when it is fully realized, its promoter clarity, mandala and its boundaries are established naturally and spontaneously. In the pervasive pro-modally pure, spontaneously expands concept of confusion, and what is to confess self-liberate into the natural state. Which
the fusion due to ignorantly grasping at perceiver and perceived. I confess it to the emanated gatherings of self-risen deities. Samaya. Supreme
Amrita, pro-modally pure and self-arising Ragda. Great readiness that liberated the six realms into basic space, and the great dharma phenomena existence present in the ground. These three are the great unceasing bliss. Om Ahom. Om Ben Zara Pepe Depe Aloke Gained Nevede Shabda Gabi Soha. Visualizing the Samaya being. Oi na ve ne bo na zo yar ye kain ding nai zhu zon bar we jing go ne de zhu jie jie gor we ye ye me bong bar we loi ra na yi xie le zhu be yar ye gang we be ma dai nye da de ye nor we den de na hong gen zhong de le da nye ma jie zo be ge bar jian dor jie yong ne qian de na ya zong sa zhou bai ya ye jie jie dor da ye gar yu ma wen de ai ren e we jian dou zo oi jing ge da me so jie 在下当家人切瓦，在夜你这个在啊，在有你没帮嘎着，在大你热热不吧。热的热让姐姐那，在眼睛可落见的，安定就说了这三年，也别帮过你，就有门多么要了。多少我红干要用，我真不当真要用，我都个人现界要用，我的功德真节话要用将士，的我没有要用将那。三年多觉要用，我不也南家要用，不用我要用，我来人都家要用，马儿家来用感受要用，塞人那所有日子自救。来着就要用杀手，觉得到着我年人，俺下son杀着下片，多的小白的手，让他增加拿走。人过也过买东西，也见过没人过有，得谁当这把嘎都，接当你学那啥的，但谁就东个结尾，做个用色。做把只作为多个人也没，人生般总干不儿吧，得有多个人也没，人生就多艰难着，咱的我红来阿去。过了那让接我，我真把阿当都干，我小姐家外当姐，这万个心结老爸，也望到等有这辈子。So now go back to English, establishing the boundaries.
Page 13. In the immeasurable palace, whose nature is spontaneously accomplished, even the concepts of obstructing and misleading do not exist. When it is fully realized as primordial clarity, the mandala and its boundaries are established naturally and spontaneously. In the pervasive, primordially pure, spontaneous expanse, concepts of confession and what is to be confessed self-liberate into the natural state. Yet, should there be confusion due to ignorantly grasping at perceiver and perceived, I confess it to the emanated gathering of self-arisen deities, Samaya, Supreme Amrita, primordially pure and self-arisen Rakta, great redness that liberates the six realms in basic space, great dharma, phenomenal existence present in the ground. These three of the great unceasing elixirs Hum, hum, hum.
Continue all the way.
Continue.
Little bit loudly because you are
Okay.
main chanter, okay?
Okay.
Need a
Whoops.
strong voice.
Strong voice. So continue on page 15. Hum, the immeasurable palace comprising all phenomenal existence, appears with the blazing mandala, a dark blue triangle, wherein the 8 great charnel grounds enclose an expanse of blazing crimson flames. At the center of the palace, arisen from the self-display of primordial awareness, upon a seat of lotus, sun, moon, and 4 intertwined demons, is a dark blue hum, from which light rays emanate, then gather back. And I arise as the unfabricated, perfect form of great glorious Vajrakumara, dark blue with 3 faces, 6 arms, and standing on 4 legs spread wide in the heroic stance. My right face is white, my left face is red, and my central face is dark blue. I am adorned with the crown ornament of the 5 Buddha families. At my heart is a hum, the light force of the awakened mind. Mine eyes glare fiercely into the 10 directions, and my mouths are wide open with twisting tongues and bared fangs. In my 2 right hands I hold a 9 and 5-pointed vajra, and in my 2 left hands I hold a blazing mass of fire and a katavanga. With my 2 lower hands I roll a Mount Merukila. Thus I am complete with all fearsome charnel ground attire. The great consort Korlodge Denpa is light blue in color, with 1 face and 2 arms. Her right hand holds a blue lotus and embraces my neck, and her left hand offers a blood-filled skull cup to my lips. At our foreheads are blue Hunkara and consort. At our throats are red Hayagriva and consort. At our hearts are blue Yamantaka and consort. Above our navels are yellow-green Amarita Kundalini and consorts. At our navels are dark green Akala and consort. At our secret places are blue Mahabala and consort. At our right shoulders are white Vijaya and consort. At our left shoulders are blue Niladana and consort. At our right thighs are pink Aparajita and consort. And our thighs dark yellow Trilokya and consort. The supreme sons of 4 types are in 4 directions, and the 10 wrathful ones and consorts, together with their natural emanations, are at the 10 spokes. Each of the 24 wrathful ones has 3 faces, 6 arms, and stands with their 4 legs spread wide. They all have vajra wings and charnel ground adornments, and they wield their various weapons, each marked with their own signs. At the 4 gates are the 4 animal-faced gatekeepers, and around the mandala's periphery are suns and emanations together with their oath-bound attendants. The assemblies of Remati, Svana, and Earth Sisters, and the copper, iron, and conch beings appear. Thus the principal deity and retinue are fully generated. In the main deity's heart is the wisdom being the size of a thumb joint, standing upon a sun disk and rolling a kila between his 2 hands. In his heart, upon a sun disk, is a golden vajra the size of a barley grain, and at its center is a hum encircled by the mantra. At the crown of each deity is Om, at the throat is Ah, at the heart is Hum. The Buddhas of the 10 directions confer empowerment blessings. As a symbol of empowerment, my crown becomes adorned with Omogasi.
10.
Om so aha mam la mam ba da ran ran du ge wu zhe ji yi xi sen ba jin rang jiu. English.
Light rays emanate from our
Chapter
hearts.
6. Invited wisdom beings. Om Vajrakilaya Sarva Samaya Sa Avijaya with the drum together. Jeme nam da ji je ye nye le je ve chom rom par ve kur dong bai dor je jo neng kor dan je ba yan ji je ye ne ne der je za Go back to English. English is
Back to 21. Om, revealing your miraculous blazing from the pure and unborn Dharma Dhatu sphere.
Vajrakumara with your retinue from Dharma Dhatu, please come here.
To accomplish existence as Vajrakilaya and to receive
empowerment
and accomplishments. Wrathful Wisdom King, together with your retinue, please come here. Wrathful Wisdom King, having come here, please bestow the siddhi of Kilaya and manifest the signs and symbols of success.
Benza hong ba hong benza samaya za samaya de jale with the drum together. Hoi se som do ba darwa tai nga jara shin ba yong be se dor je sim bo zo je lai se je ge be san se lo a de bo cha de za o Oi len je je jor san an sang go en je bai na mang en je ye zhe bai ran zoi zhe be la lan ju ba wen ye me lan de me ba ye zo zo. Go back to English, pay homage.
Yep, top of 23. Om, to subjugate all evil ones of the three existences and to eliminate the clinging and pride. With single-pointed mind, I pay homage to Vajrakilaya and his retinue, Ati, Pu, Ho, Pratija, Ho. Om, arrays of offerings actually prepared and mentally created. Innate union, outer, inner, and secret, are offered to the emanated self-born deities, neither accepting nor rejecting. Please receive them non-dually.
Om Beza Argam Padem Pipe Debe Alogen Gende Nevede Shabda Radi with the drum together Tibetan. Hoi Sa Je Yen La Dong Jia Men Je Dai Nye Moin Ka Yen San Wei Ra Da Choi je je zen jo do ma je de bo ma ben za amer da ra da ba len da ga ye oi de mo ya ye ran ye re da yen doi ja da ge jiang zi ba long zhui xie dan ri bi bong bo jie ba dan dor jie zhen bong gor da jie la bong a hong. Go to English.
Home, great Amrita, made of the 8 main and 1,000 branch ingredients, and supreme Rakta of the affliction's secret space expanse, are offered with the supreme substance dharma, the quintessential elixir, Mahapancha Amrita
Radha
Rakta
Balinda
Balinda
Gaye.
Home,
Ignorance the nature of flesh, piled high like a mountain, desire a turbulent ocean of blood.
together
With a heated a heap of bones are offered to Vajrakilaya his retinue. Om Om Parje Dorje Yone Chove Jare Jeye Nam Dan Kolo Jende Yon Da Ye Gele Chebe Chowo Je Ran Yin Yin Le Sharwe Chomo Je zhe bai le la nga be cha da soi sa soi je wa da gen go wo jian jian go zo ye jiong wei go ma ye zo be len ze ber zo jiu ni dai se jai dong ge jie we la zo de be be zo mo ya ye dam ji song gor dan jie la san za do ba jie ji jie do jie do dan de la ban en je zha bin zhen le de ba ren zu. Go back to English.
Home, King of Wrath, glorious great Vajrakumara, consort Krolo Gidampa, immaculate Dharmadhatu, 10 wrathful kings sent forth from the unified form of method and wisdom, 10 wrathful queens arisen from the natural expanse, emanations dispatched to engage in activities, animal-faced emanations with fangs and tiger heads, 4 gatekeepers who guard the 4 directions of the mandala, 12 Kilaya guardians who engage in acts of slaughtering, beings of copper, iron, and conch, and all the other oath-bound hosts of Kilaya guardians. Homage and praise to you and your retinues. The time has come to fulfill your heart's samaya, carry out destructive acts of wrath.
This one not done. Om Barje Dorje Yone Zengorje Koloi Jende Long Ne Zhogarze Cha Dong A Jen Zayan Do Zhai Do Do Da Ye Ne Man Zhe English.
Glorious great Vajrakumara and Korola Yudimpa perform a wrathful dance within the open space, together with their sons and retinue. A thunderous roar of melodious mantra tones, empty yet heard, resounds. I will engage in the practice until the Samaya is fulfilled within the vast expanse.
Next also English.
Read aloud.
Aloud, yeah.
Light rays radiate to the 10 directions from the seed syllable and the mantra string in my heart, and invoke the essence of the three roots' sacred bond. All their blessings of body, speech, and mind descend like rainfall in the forms of white Om, red Ah, and blue Hum, dissolving unobstructedly into my three places. In all the blessings and powers of all the Glorious One's compassion, in the form of inconceivable Vajrakilaya deities, large and small, gently fall and dissolve into me. The deities of my body mandala, as well as the deities in union residing within my channels, are like the seeds of an open sesame pod. They and all the deities of the mandala reverberate with the sound of the mantra, like the sound of a broken beehive.
Om Benzai Gele Gelaya Sarvam Bengani Om Be Om Benzar Gele Gelaya Sarvam Beni Om Be Om Benzar Gele Gelaya Sarvam Bengani 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 bang be Om Bezar Kele Kelaya Sarvam Bengani Bang Om Be Om Bezar Kele Kelaya Sarvam Bengani Bang Om Be Om Benzar Kele Kelaya Sarvam Bengani Bang Om Be Om Benzar Kele Kelaya Sarvam Bengani Bang Om Be Om Benzar Kele Kelaya Sarvam Benganin Bang Om Be Om Benzar Kele Kelaya Sarvam Benganin Bang Om Be Om Benzar Kele Kelaya Sarvam Bengani Bani Om Be. So here I'm going to share the teaching, and you can chant this silently your mantra. You can chant mentally mantra. That's okay for you? Okay, no. Today I'm going to share the four purpose. The Vajrakilaya, what the meaning? We call the purpa. Vajrakilaya means purpa. Purpa is we have the symbols. You have that, right? I don't want. Can you give me that one? Can you give me that one? Yes. Yeah, big one is good. Okay, we need that one, sharing this teaching. This is a core purva. Okay, so you have to know what means this one. And another object is we have here is called Vajra. This is called Vajra. This is called purva. And this both are very similar meaning, just due to different practice. Okay, generally we always have this with this bear together, and this one right hand hold, this one left hand hold, and so when you have this, you have to recognize you are Buddha. Very easy to say. This is a Buddha's mind. This is Buddha's speech. This is a Buddha's body. So that's why called enlightened body, enlightened speech, enlightened mind. And long as you have this holding with you, is you say, I am Vajrayana practitioner. I am going to enlightened. So that's the representative, okay? Then of course the mind, many informations about mind and speech and the body, Buddha's body. So that's the last night we share empowerment. Then this today, Vajrakilaya, it's called purpa. Then this, we have to understand the nature of Vajrakilaya is to understand the meaning of this name, We have to know this name, meaning. In the Sanskrit language, the Vajrakilaya, he has two names. The Vajrakilaya, sometimes Vajrakilaya means you hear this one. Sometimes this one, okay? So just depending, and the deity is arising to like this. So that's why it's sometimes you can hear and this way, sometimes you hear this one. But this also goes to four different purpose, four different kilayas. and you know this, then you doesn't matter which one you understand. You know, you're clearly what you're talking about. And then this one is called Vajrakilaya, and the form body. Sometimes we call Vajrakumara. So both names are called Vajra. Starting Vajra means in this case like this external object. So then is the Vajra mean corresponds exactly to the nature of Vajrakilaya. So this also representative Vajrakilaya's body, speech, mind, and especially this one corresponds exactly to the nature of Vajrakilaya, mind nature. And this is generally Yadam deities representative mind nature, and this is go to specifically Rat for Vajrakilaya's mind nature. Then this has many meanings of Vajra are contained in Vajrakilayas. So sometimes we call Vajra, sometimes we say Dorje, and this means called this both meanings indestructible, okay, very stable, and very condensed. So that is that not only physical this object. So you have to think about the meaning of the Vajrakilaya. The meaning is your mind nature. Your mind nature is indestructible, very stable. It's also very condensed. Then Vajra has the power to destroy, but there is nothing that can destroy the Vajra. Okay, then not only this physical, right? Physical can destroy. So this is just symbolizing meaning. Then Vajra has power to destroy means like your mind nature has power to destroy. Your mind nature can destroy for what? Destroy not this physical object. Mind nature can destroy all the afflictive emotions. Okay? Sun can purify all the darkness. Same, mind nature can destroy, transform, purify all our afflictive emotions. So that's why it's called Vajra. Mind nature, no one can destroy mind nature. Okay? So even we die, mind nature cannot destroy. Death cannot destroy mind nature. Birth cannot destroy your mind nature. And old age cannot destroy your mind nature. Sickness cannot destroy your mind nature. That means mind nature, suffering cannot destroy. Mind nature can destroy sufferings. That's why when you're enlightened, you realize your mind nature, you are free from suffering. So you can purify all sufferings. And we can take birth to animal realms. Animal is extremely suffering, but all animal has this Vajra, Dorje. Even they are animal. The animal suffering, ignorance, not destroy the nature. One day they can free from the animal realms. They can purify ignorance. So that's the meaning. Like you have to think about the 6 realms. Hell realms extremely heat and cold suffering due to anger. Anger cannot destroy mind nature. Hungry God, hell realm, yeah, and anger cannot destroy mind nature. Then we talk about hungry ghost, extremely hunger and thirsty, experience suffering. So due to stingy, that stingy, self-grasping cannot destroy mind nature. And animals due to ignorance and lots of suffering, they cannot lost nature. Human being, we have this old age, death, many these suffering are mentioned. We have the sufferings, we have attachment, desire, but our own attachment, desire cannot destroy nature mind. And that's why this is auto symbolized meanings. So that's the reason this is also protection, because this is a protection reason is like representing your mind nature. And as long as you have this in your body, and then many negative beings cannot attack you. The reason is that this is a symbolized meaning, also auto level protection become. So that's I'm going to explain more. Then this, so today's topic is Kalaya or Purva means dagger, right? Dagger. What is a dagger means? Pointed, right? Yeah, okay, dagger or pointed. So this has 3 sharps, pointed. The Purva is very sharp, very pointed, very powerful. Why is very powerful, very sharp? Because it destroy cutting, representative like subduing and cutting afflictive emotions. So that's why must have the sharp point. Then Vajrakilaya means, the indestructible Purva, the already unshakable Purva. So this is called indestructible Purva, unshakable Purva. The Purva that is the embodiment of realization. Realization, you realize, see, enlightened beings become. And I realize my own nature. So realization means come from within ourselves, not somewhere else. And realize our own nature, Purva, Vajra. So then that's the representative, realizing nature. Then Vajrakilaya is also second meaning is a Sanskrit name is Vajrakumara. So we already this in the prayer sometimes we say Vajrakilaya, sometimes Vajrakumara. Kumara is like Kumara Yun means youthful. So this even wrathful, but his face is very youthful. And then yeah. And the realization of the Vajra nature brings freedom from birth and death. So Vajrakumara is always youthful. Why is youthful representative? Because free from birth and death. So that's symbolized meaning is this Vajrakilaya form is always youthful. Do you understand? Okay, so you understand is more important, okay? We go very slowly and make sure you understand what we're doing today. Also, Vajra nature is youthful because it is indestructible. And then this also, Dzogchen teaching often refer to this nature as the youthful West body. So West, V-A-S-E, West body, youthful West body. So that's the, is Dzogchen usually there's some in the teaching talk about youthful body, this is a West body. So that means actually representative is, nature is the youthful West body. Means like talking about the nature free from suffering. And even say body, so this is just rising the form body, but its main point is and the nature mind. Nature is rising, right? Through the form. That's why symbolize is youthful. And then Vajra is also known as realization. In terms of realization, there are 3 Vajrakilaya states. The talk about the basic nature or basis of Vajrakilaya. So ground, the foundation of Vajrakilaya, basis. And the application or part of Vajrakilaya. So on part of Vajrakilaya. And the fruition, result of Vajrakilaya. Yeah, fruition or result of Vajrakilaya. And 3 different levels, okay? Basic nature or basic, nature, ground, part. result. So right now, we are on the path of Vajrakilaya. Okay, because we practice in Vajrakilaya, so we are on the path. When you realize you are result of Vajrakilaya, and all samsaric beings ground Vajrakilaya, they has ground basis, but no practicing, right? And that's why it's like in the ground. So when you are at your home, you are in the ground basis. When you are on the road, you are on the path. You are here is you are in the result, right? But that means like the all three terms is actually one person, not different. And just the meaning is the Vajrakilaya is actually right now, even we are in the ordinary people already Vajrakilaya, but we knowing that because it's grown we have, it's due to afflictive emotions, obstacles, we don't know that. And then when you practice, so you are path. So it's called application or path of Vajrakilaya. So that means you are practicing, right? Now we are practicing. We say we are in the path Vajrakilaya. And the fruition result Vajrakilaya is then one is when you realize, so you are Vajrakilaya. Or you can say like fruition or result is like we can connect to each moment Vajrakilaya. Really, you meditate, you go into really deep meaning, and you feel this Vajrakilaya form is like not separable with you. Your mind is no dualistic thoughts. And that moment, we are in the fruition state. But we don't have familiarity, habitual. We can go back to easily again ordinary. So the permanently, I think, fruition is then you go back to again. And you can, always in that state. So that means realizes always, the Vajrakilaya realizes always in the mind is be in the nature state. And they always feel the form is Vajrakilaya. So then that is just main point is this any yadam deity, whatever we practicing deities. So we have ability to reach that deity's accomplishment. So our mind is the same as a mirror or crystal. So these crystals, right, and are used in this red color here. This crystal shows red color. And then that means you meditate your Vajrakilaya, your minds become Vajrakilaya. Okay, so Vajrakilaya is representative of enlightened beings, activity, form, body. So you use that energy and the power. So our own power is very small, limited. We need some support. That's why we using support is what bring to all enlightened beings activity form is support. That's why then these crystals can transform to red color means our minds can transform to the Vajrakilaya. Okay, so then I put in that yellow one, this crystals show up yellow one. So that means your mind can transform to Buddha Shakyamuni. His forms yellow, right? Okay, so like that. Each Buddha, you have ability to use a support to transform. So you can say, you can meditate Buddha Shakyamuni, your mind become inseparable with the Buddha Shakyamuni. You meditate Vajrakilaya, your mind become inseparable with the Vajrakilaya. So meditate Tara, your minds become inseparable with the Tara. And which form, mind is the same as this crystal. So which you use, support, grow, and then the crystals transform that color. So same, you can visualize the Tara, your minds transform to the Tara's form. And so we usually we ordinary, in pure perceptions, our minds transform. Example, like you have crystal use black background, is crystals become black color, shows up black. And okay, so I cannot say like black is a bad color, but example that is representative, okay, samsara. So their mind always, create perception is samsara. And that's habit to karmic imprints very strong for us. And now we use support different color for the negative color. So we need to use, like example, positive colors for, for the use for the, like positive color is for support for, destroy negative color. Do you understand? So same like that, we use yadam deity's form is destroying these negative perceptions. And actually, the positive color, negative color, both are free from in this crystal. So one day you don't need anything. So you are already like this. And then it's no need negative color, no positive color exists in this state. When you have negative color shows up, so we need a positive color to remove the negative color. Do you understand? So that's the deity practice means, yadam deity practice. Okay, I think you understand very good way. Then there three of these states have to be realized. So we have to realize the basic has to be realized, the path to be realized, and bring the result. So it's the point is when we are in the ground, ordinary, we have to know we have a Buddha nature. We have to recognize we are Vajrakilaya. And that is like in the ground realize. And the path is to realize the path like we practicing, we know, okay, we can transform all this negativity is can transformed. That's called path. The result is then reach to that, fruition result. So ground is like all is negative color, but still crystal is there. Okay. Then path is we using the positive color. Crystal is the same, still same. But then this both color is gone, crystal is still same. That's a result. If you know that, then you know the dharma, like Buddha, true, like why we practicing. We know like we can reach to the realization, realize. And these three times, the crystal is the same. Right? So that means we are in the ground path result. Nature is always the same, no change. But in the ground we have negative color, negative afflictive emotions. In the path we use positive color, practice the dharma, remove negative color or negative energies. The result free from both. Then can be discussed more so specifically, of course, according to the four purpose. So I have to talk to the four purpose. The first purpose is a measurable compassion purpose. Okay. So this is arising from compassion. This is called the symbolized auto level form purpose. The first purpose is called a measurable compassion purpose. First I say like four purpose, and then after explain each one, okay? The second is a symbol like substantial purpose. So this is a symbol like substantial purpose. And then third is called bodhicitta purpose. And the fourth is called awareness wisdom purpose. So the three is inner quality, enlightening quality. this symbolic substantial purva is like auto level, physical substantial purva. Yeah, auto level. And so each of the four purva contains all the quality of a Vajra. So that is the all have a Vajra nature. And then which is the essential nature to be realized. Vajra nature is not something that exists externally, physically, permanently not exist. So this is just externally physical form, but this is not permanent. And so that's why Vajra nature is something that exists externally. Realization of Vajra nature is completely inherent, very stable and condensed. All the Buddhas of the 10 directions, all the power of the 5 Buddhas families, and both samsara and nirvana are condensed or embodied in these 4 purvas. So all the the what we share like immeasurable like compassion, immeasurable compassion, purva immeasurable, purva bodhicitta, purva awareness rikpa. Of course, sometimes we call purva dharma dhartu, and the substantial this physical purva. So these 4 bring to actually all the 10 directions of Buddhas and all the power of 5 Buddha families. Everything is included. So this purva. And last night I shared with you like each practice is the same as the car transportation. So each car can take you to where you're going to destination. Same, each this Yadam deity practice has on this grown path result. Everything is completely each practice has. Okay. So now we go to different deities practices, like you driving sometimes Toyota, sometimes you drive maybe Honda, sometimes you drive BMW, sometimes you drive Audi, like that kind of you changing. But all is a car, the same, like take you to where you're going destination. So that's the same, like we changing the different deities, but the point is all same. Make sense or no? Do you understand? Okay. And so then the first, so the immeasurable compassion purva is the Tibetan we call Tsemi Shiva purva. Tsemi means immeasurable. And then Nyingji purva. Nyingji is like compassion. Immeasurable compassion. So immeasurable compassion purva. The basic nature of all sentient being is great purity. According to the Vajrakilaya lineage, this basic purity is known as supreme awareness. So supreme awareness is the chandra of the same name is with continually supreme awareness is the basic nature of very sentient beings. So it means like every single being has Buddha nature, like in the basic level. Is that states there are no distinctions between samsara and nirvana, or between Buddha and the sentient beings. In the supreme awareness state means in our own nature state, and in this basic nature, very sentient being, all the sentient being, that state are no distinctions between samsara and nirvana, because you already in the nature states, in that our basic nature states, no samsara and nirvana. So example, in the sun itself, no night and no day.
In the sun.
Sun.
No night, not day.
Yes,
In the sun.
in the sun, right? Sun itself, no night and no day. So in our own nature, that states, no samsara, no nirvana. Make sense? Okay. So in that state, like no distinctions. Like we have a night, day is distinctions, right? Like in our perception, we have a samsara, we have a nirvana. In our delusion states, okay. In our own really true nature states, no samsara, no nirvana. Yeah. Okay. So always one. Then in that state, or between Buddhas and sentient beings, everything is continuous supreme awareness. So in that state, no Buddha, sentient beings, no separate. But in the delusion states, we have separation. Okay. Right now is talking about in the grown true states, nature states, no separation. But when we are deluded, then of course, like we have a Buddha, we have samsaric beings. Then samsara has 6 different realms of beings. So that's also very generally talk about 6 realms. The millions of different beings, diversity beings. In accordance with that view, so that view is like in the nature states, non-dualistic view. The Buddha gave the Vero as Mahayana teachings of the second turning of the Vero of Dharma, particularly teaching of the Panchaparamita Sutra teaching. He talked that everything is basis upon great emptiness, and there are existing ways or 20 ways of understand emptiness. So then in the like we don't know that in the basic true nature we have, all sentient beings have true nature, no delusion state we don't know that. That's why Buddha shared the teachings. So then he shared the Mahayana teaching, introducing the nature is using the teaching is called emptiness teaching. And I don't know, you study Buddhist philosophy like Mayamika teachings. So that's I heard you have that class here, right? Okay, so that's the see, and also that showing this our nature, different ways pointing, because that is called logically, investigatingly, the showing emptiness. Emptiness is like nature is emptiness. And in this Vajrakilaya, use these symbols showing the nature. And the sutra is more use logic, investigate, and examine, go into the nature. So that's say like sutra says like nothing is truly exist. Mind also become emptiness. So our mind is emptiness, the same as space. No physical object, right? So you investigate, you really cannot find your mind nature. You cannot see wherever in the located your mind nature physical exists. No, we cannot find it like that way. So that's it's a Sutrayana tradition going into the nature. And today the Vajrakilaya practice, we using this as object supports, and then talk about this emptiness. These methods are used to achieve clear understanding of the continuous nature of supreme awareness. So share the teaching about emptiness, and then that take you to go to in the nature of Rigpa, nature awareness. and you know that. So nature of supreme awareness. The Buddha break down every possible notion, every kind of concept, such as high and low, dirty and clean, good and bad. So see, and this Vajrayana teaching is more direct teaching. It's also, we say, like more shortcut way, okay, and pointing directly. So this Vajrayana teaching, they don't really talk more detail about the same as the philosophy Mayamika teaching. The rich goal is the same, but Mayamika more talk about the details. It's good for the people who has more knowledge, wanted to investigate. So kind of a scientist, scientist. Nagarjuna is a scientist. The Buddha Shakyamuni is the first scientist in the world. Then Nagarjuna is the second scientist. So he make more explain Buddha's teaching through the, science way and the philosophy way to explain. So that's the reason, like many people also say, like Buddhism is no religion. Because no exist gods permanent, and believe something exists permanent, create or something. Then in this way, cutting through all the concepts. That's why sharp point means we have to destroy, cut. What do we have to destroy? What do we have to cut? High and low, dirty and clean, good and bad. All these concepts we have to cut. That's why this sharp point. He reduced them to the true nature in order to lead sentient beings from duality to non-duality. So Buddha teaching goal is non-duality. Then due to and the different capacity levels, and he share all these diversity teachings, to the every different beings need. So if our goal is going to destination is where is maybe, this is example, okay? So right now we are here, our reach to goal is go to San Francisco, example, okay? So you need different transportations. Some doesn't like to fly, very scared, very fear. And some like bicycle using to go there, right? Use bicycle. Some maybe like to drive own car. Some like to get in the bus. Some like to get in the train. So that all the teachings the same as the different vehicles, transportations. And so the Vajrayana is kind of more airplane. Okay. And the Mahayana is the same as a train. Train can take many people, and also you can see all the from here to San Francisco between everything. Like that means like Mahayana Sutra tradition wanted to know everything. And Vajrayana says I don't need to know everything. I just go there and reach there. So fly is good for that. Okay, so that's the different vehicles. And then some doesn't like to take train and maybe can afford the tickets. So they use bicycle, right? And it take time. Some say I don't use any support and I'm going to use my leg. So that means then they no use any support. They really take long way to go. And that's why it's a different levels teachings. And the Panja Parimita teachings, he gave about 180 different methods to attain realization of the Vajrakilaya nature. So these are different teachings. Taking to the Kilaya means actually nature mind, no? Right? Kilaya means, it's like we using example crystal. And that have to know. That's why he shares so many teachings. Okay, so the beginning when I share with you example, right? And the negative dirty, negative color have to remove. So then other hand you use many diversity support. Positive, something removing the negative. So that's Buddha shared many different teachings. This all teaching is methods attain realization of the Vajrakilaya nature. So why we talk about a positive color, remove negative color. We use 100 different color, positive color, remove negative color. The reason is because we wanted to show the nature crystal. The crystal is okay, like transparency, clear. So you want to show that, then you have to remove all the negative, colors. So that you have to use many different solution, 100 positive colors. So they want all remove negative colors, and then it comes to realize it's called Vajrakilaya nature, means only nature mind. Do you understand? The example helps all. Okay. Even though supreme awareness is the basic nature of reality, so mind actually always nature is called, always there is called, that's called basic nature of reality. Even you are deluded, but your mind is always, nature is there. Sun is clouded, but sun is there. Even nighttime, sun is there. So basic nature, always there. Because we do not realize this as a sentient being, we do know that. We develop dualistic thinking. So we create so much dualistic thinking. We start making distinctions between subject and object, near and far, and so forth. And then we cling to those as rare. So we clinging to them, everything's rare for us. We make that rare things because due to our conceptual. Dream is not, when we wake up, not rare. And right now, all the waking up, right now we see everything's rare, right? But in the dream, everything's rare for you in that moment. So today is really rare for us. Maybe a couple of years after, not rare. Maybe tomorrow is your memorized. Today is not really rare. Then we always have this rare is because always present is fixation. And then we always have a present. And that is a very strong fixation, then everything is rare for us. That's why yesterday is not really rare for us again. Kind of a dreaming delusion already. So last night is dreaming. If I say that last night, you cannot accept. No, same like dreaming. You can accept. Do you understand? So no, it's like this. Everything is present. Strong fixations. I say it's the same thing. Always a delusion. We cannot accept. So tomorrow you can accept. After 1 month, very easy. After years, you forget everything. So it's delusion. Then the 12 lane of interdependence arise and the beginning with ignorance. So we are become, because they have why we are become deluded, and the true ground we have, but we didn't know that we deluded. And then this 12 lane interdependent is lots of meaning. So we cannot go this detail. So then this cyclic existence, kept going every 24 hours. 12 lane of interdependence arise. In the beginning with the ignorance, we develop the notion of me and mine and all sorts of deluded thinking. So me, mine, and then that create deluded thinking. The great master Chandakirti talked that you begin by clinging to the ego, I, then you clinging to what is mine, then you clinging to what is other, then such that there is an ongoing state of delusion. So Chandakirti is Nagarjuna's disciple, and if you study Mayamika, Chandakirti is most important master. We study his text a lot, followed by him. So he says, begin by clinging to the ego I first. Then you clinging to what is mine, then my hand, my hair. And then you clinging to that is others. So then other things like, oh, this is my cup, my purpa. So that's the others means. Such that there is an ongoing state of delusion. Then go to delusion. Due to clinging, our habitual patterns become stronger and stronger. Then that is because create a very strong habituate again and again, become strong and strong. All our conception become regimented. It's correct, regimented and solid. In order to dispel ignorance and dualistic thinking, Vajrakilaya arises in wrathful form. So that concept, we see this, we have dualistic conceptuals so strong and so strong, solid already. Not easy to say is delusion. Very hard to accept that, not possible. So that's the reason Vajrakilaya arises in a wrathful form. So can destroy that very strong karmic imprint, habitual concept we have to destroy. And that's the reason we need wrath for deity. Okay? The wrath of Vajrakilaya is not the wrath of anger or jealousy. It is the wrath that destroys anger and jealousy. And especially emotion destroy is wrathful. It is not like being angry with enemies and being attached to friends. No, emotion arising wrathful. This wrath is totally based upon great compassion, directed towards duality, ego clinging, grasping, and ignorance. So that destroying, that's why it's called wrathful. Vajrakilaya's anger diminishes the cause of delusion throughout the 6 realms. See this, Vajrakilaya anger diminishes or cause of delusion or through all the 6 realms, 6 different realms delusion. Since it is based on immeasurable loving kindness and immeasurable compassion, so this Vajrakilaya's arising wrathful is love, compassion. So that's why I call immeasurable compassion Kilaya. So seeing form is wrathful, but source is immeasurable compassion. So the Vajrayana teaching symbolize meaning shows you opposite, other way, Do you understand? Anger shows, like wrathful shows, is actually symbolize, shows immeasurable compassion. So Vajrakilaya, this union yap and yom is shows free from attachment. So ordinary yap yom, means like attachment. But this symbolizes meaning free from attachment. Ordinary wrathful means anger, but this shows immeasurable compassion. So that's you have to know called recollection of purity. Vajrakilaya and also especially Vajrayana teaching is called secret mantrayana. Secret means like hidden, like hiding. It's you cannot. Secret mantrayana means like sangha means sang means like you have to hidden. You know, you don't show. I'm not sure this is like outside people public. You know, I'm going like this, goes there. It's incorrect. Do you understand? Okay, so because that thing is I'm crazy. That thing that I'm going to make something destroy. Okay, they get misconceptions become. So that's why I call secret mantrayana means we practice very powerful, but who don't know teaching meaning, they can go wrong way, misunderstand. And that's the reason when you have ritual or object, these special objects, always you keep yourself. Some practitioners never show people. They keep themselves. You know, practice keep secret objects. Then the apply this purva is a practice where rather than becoming angry towards external situations, we begin by feeling great compassion for sentient beings. So when we practice Vajrakilaya, we create strong compassion for other beings. Because we have we are deluded, ignorant. Due to ignorance, we deluded in samsara, we are suffering. We know every single being is deluded due to ignorance. Every single being is suffering. And then we have to generate compassion for all other beings. When we start working with our own motions to demolish ignorance, attachment, anger, jealousy, pride, fear, and doubts, we remove these emotions according to the way we interact with the world. Word is like W-O-R-L-D, okay? So this sometimes I can't make pronunciation correctly. So many meanings, words. At the same time, you know, we expand our compassion for all beings in the 6 realms in order to cut the cause of delusion. So see this practice of Vajrakilaya, we're going to share here compassion, bodhicitta, and rikpa, the nature, you know, our own awareness, the cut. What is cut? Delusion is cut. Concept is cut. Afflictive emotions cut. That's why I symbolize this sharp. But we need to work directly with our own minds. So we have to cut cause of delusion. We do not have to work directly with the 6 realms of sentient beings, but we need to work directly with our own mind. So we have to work with our own mind means we have to generate this within our own mind. So for example, when you become angry, do not pursue the anger. At the moment, look directly at the nature of the anger and transform your anger into the continuous state of supreme awareness. So anger arises, and we cannot blame, right? Say things, our own anger, I have anger issues. He or she has anger problem. We don't say it that way. When anger arises, look to anger, use your awareness. Seeing your anger is, you see, it is emptiness. It is rootless, it is groundless. The anger is really release it emptiness. So that's called the transform your anger into continuous state of emptiness awareness. Because awareness, you recognize seeing anger. You know, The anger you transform to emptiness. So that's called awareness. Supreme awareness. That is the highest level supreme awareness. So that awareness is called arising the form body. Then is we call Vajrasattva. Ultra level Buddha, Vajrasattva, peaceful. Wrathful is Vajrakilaya. And then that is called, awareness, supreme awareness, Kilaya. So, then form is wrathful is rising from due to immeasurable compassion. So, immeasurable compassion, Kilaya. Embodying this, you actually remove the cause of hell realms. See, that's, you meditate, like the anger is released, it is emptiness. Then we destroy all causes of hell realm suffering. We create hell realms karma because due to our anger. Due to our anger, we hurt many other beings, directly, indirectly. Maybe this life, maybe previous lifetimes. How we can remove that negative karma? Not easy. So you cut, transforming, use awareness, Vajrakilaya. Seeing awareness, seeing anger is emptiness. It releases itself. So then that release all the negative karma. This is a Dzogchen technique without denying the motions. You can transmit them into continuous supreme awareness. So this all the negative afflictive emotions, we can transmit them into continuous supreme awareness. That's what I call 5 Buddhas. If we don't do that way, it's negative emotion is you get rid out, and you try to avoid. You cannot create 5 Buddha wisdom. So 5 afflictive emotion, use your awareness. You seeing and you release itself is emptiness. Then that's called 5 Buddha. 5 wisdom means like 5 afflictive emotion is release, it is emptiness. The motions are no other than the mind. The nature of mind is based on the wisdom. The emotions are no other than the mind. So emotion is because rising from our mind, right? And think about like waves rising from the ocean. All the afflictive emotions rising from our own mind. The nature of mind is based on wisdom. So nature of mind is emptiness. That's why afflictive emotions can dissolve to emptiness. The wave is a strong danger, but have to go back to, ocean, dissolve to the ocean. Wave can be scared many people, many beings. Strong, very danger, very powerful, but it's dissolved to the ocean. You don't do anything, waves go back to the ocean. You fight with the waves, you get tired. You lose your life. Okay, so same, you fighting with the emotion going to kill us. So that's why this awareness using means you don't fighting with the emotions. You don't try to stop your emotions. Let it rise. It's called release itself. So use your own awareness. Do you understand? Because you don't need to find any solution somewhere else. The reason is the nature of mind is based on wisdom. So that's the highest level teaching goes, then that is called also form is rising called Vajrakilaya. Highest level tantra means cutting all the emotions. And this practice is very hard, so that's why we're using support. And that's the reason we use form body Vajrakilaya in the practice. The moment you understand this, you see whatever appears is a display of wisdom. You see whatever appears is a display of wisdom means like anger arises. Anger is actually a display of wisdom means anger is itself is emptiness. So that's why I call anger display of wisdom. If we don't see that anger is emptiness, then anger is not wisdom, right? Anger is a delusion. And then delusion makes us suffering. So in the dream, you have really fear dream rising from something like frightening rising from your mind, appearances. You recognize it is a delusion, it is a dream emptiness. The moment it is stopped, release. So same, when you have this negative emotion rising, so emotion is itself is emptiness, then release itself. And in that moment, whatever appears is liberated and transformed. So called liberate itself. Transform called itself. And this one is like awareness Kilaya. Nature Ripak Kilaya. Dharma Dhartu Kilaya. Wisdom Kilaya. So that's different names we say. If you go to different Vajrakilaya sadhanas, sometimes they say nature Ripak Kilaya. Sometimes they say Dharma Dhartu Kilaya. Sometimes they say awareness Kilaya. So all is the same meaning. Liberating to itself. So then you liberate itself, then rising form is like this. Anger is release itself, form is wrathful rising like this. Attachment is release itself, form is rising like this. Because true in the reality state, anger is not exist. That symbolizing meaning is form is wrathful. In the true reality, absolute true state, attachment is not exist. That's the reason Yap Yom is arising form. And the other way, of course, like samsara, anger rising. Anger is cause the arising harem sufferings in the delusion state. Attachment arising human beings. And ignorance arising animals. So that's in the delusion state, right? And then you know duality states. Attachments not exist. And that's the reason who realize that the form is Yap and the Yom, father and mother, inseparable. It's called wisdom, method, inseparable. The form is wisdom and compassion, inseparable is called Yap and Yom unite. And anger is not exist, it is emptiness, realize. And the anger is, this form is rising, compassion and wisdom again. So that's why it's wrathful form. Okay, so then since the emotions rising from wisdom, there is no reason to reject them or disparage them as bad. Instead, simply think of them to be transmuted with the natural states. It could just transform to natural states, yeah? Then also in the pro-modal liberate states, there is nothing that is in bondage and nothing that is liberated. Actually, in the true state, nothing to liberated. We are actually liberated is in the nature state, no duality state. Always that state we have. In that state, nothing to liberate. And very complicated words, Sometimes we say we have to practice, we have to meditate. Okay, in this state, nothing that is bondage and nothing that is liberated means nothing to practice, nothing to remove, nothing to meditate, just knowing nature, be in that state. So at this very moment, then anger arises. We neither pursue nor hold on to the anger, but immediately transform it within its own nature. So that's we already talked lots. This is the Dzogchen technique of, I already shared this one, it's extra. Okay, so otherwise, if we think that emotion substantially exists on one side, while seeds antidote substantially exist on the other side, and they are going to fight each other. So we have positive energy, negative energy, they fight each other. And just use example like negative color, positive color, they fight each other. Okay, and we have these dualistic concepts, strong emotions. Then we apply many different practice on the path, fighting each other. And actually, in the ground, negative is already conquered. Negative is strong because that's why 6 rams on the ground level. On the path, so we use spiritual practice and then fighting with our afflictive emotions, negative. We're looking to solution for positive, fighting with the negative. They're fighting each other. Then we are engaging in the very dualistic way of thinking. So we have to follow relative level dualistic thinking. Then we say this is good, this is bad, this practice is very strong, this practice is wonderful, we need this practice, we do that. In Buddhism, this is known as the view of the Hinayana. According to the Vajrayana view of the Dzogchen, the teaching, the moment a thought arises, it is liberate its own nature. So you don't find any solution other. And this is a talk about view level. Emotion rise, it is liberate in its own nature. We don't reject or acceptance. We don't accept emotion. We don't reject emotions. For example, the nature of anger is really the continuous supreme awareness wisdom. Anger is actually wisdom. That wisdom is called Vajrakilaya. Perfect promoter, absolute Vajrakilaya, in which anger is completely destroyed. So anger is like completely destroyed or transformed. Then anger is transmitted into mirror-like wisdom. So anger is transformed to mirror-like wisdom. Wisdom is called mirror-like wisdom. Anger transformed. The form is called Vajrasattva. And the wrath for its deity is Vajrakilaya. Even the notion of the hell realms is completely absent from one's awareness. By applying the same technique to attachment, the moment attachment arises, it is transmitted into discriminating awareness wisdom. So we, arising attachment, awareness, seeing, knowing, attachment, release itself, then that awareness is called discriminating awareness wisdom. The Buddha is called Buddha Amitabha. So Buddha Amitabha is a very popular practice for the disease. And when someone dies, the reason is because when we die, our biggest obstacle, liberation, is attachment. So long as we attach to something, we cannot liberate. That's why Buddha Amitabha practice is the most popular and important for when we die.
I'm sorry, Khenpo, to interrupt. I just wanted to check in with you. It's after 1 a.m. in China. So are you, we were going from 11 to 1 today. What time were you going to complete the teaching for this morning?
Already time is finished, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's lunchtime.
Lunchtime. Time is not exist, Debbie.
Well,
What do we do?
maybe I'll, yes, that's true.
We are relaxing here.
It doesn't exist.
And we are into the teaching. Time is not exist. If you really wanted to become Vajrakilaya practitioner, let go night and day concept. We don't
Well,
have
I'll-
that.
I'll ask Sherab too.
Okay, so we're going to finish it soon, and then we can take the break here. Then ignoring, so we have to finish this 5 afflictive emotion. The ignorance transmitted within the continuous supreme awareness. Ignoring also rising, we recognize seeing, and ignoring also seeing is emptiness. So that's called the dharma dharma wisdom. Dharma dharma wisdom is at the animal realm despairs. When dharma dharma wisdom arises, animal realm is despaired. So then that Buddha is called Buddha Rina Sambhava, or do you remember the 5 Buddha? 5 Buddha Akhyobhya is the center Buddha. Center Buddha is Buddha Vairocana, I think Buddha Vairocana. It's called Buddha Vairocana. In the same way, when pride is transformed into wisdom of equanimity, pride arises, so also seeing its emptiness is called wisdom of equanimity. So the God realm is despaired. And then that is Buddha Rina Sambhava Rina Lorin Chin Jundin Nom Nawantaye Sang Tongyu Trupa. It's Tongyu Trupa, I think it's Tongyu Trupa, Sang Tongyu Trupa. It's a representative north, right? North. It's Tongyu Trupa. And so then next is jealousy arises as the continuous supreme awareness, absolute Vajrakilaya, when the asura or demon god's realm is destroyed. And jealousy become all accomplishing wisdom. With regards to the human realm of dropped, generally human beings have a lot of dropped, which is a mixture of wisdom and ignorance. Most of the time, dropped, D-O-U-B-T, dropped is an obstacle to your growth and make realization difficult. So dropped is a really big problem. When we have a strong drop, then no easy to rise devotion, no easy to believe, no trust. So that's also okay. They need to study philosophy, Buddhist philosophy. That helps become really dropped. When your drops arise, if you transmit them into the supreme absolute Vajrakilaya, when you have accomplished all 5 wisdoms at that moment, the human realm no longer exists for you. The Purva or Kilaya has a very sharp point. It is very powerful and very accurate. When you use it to transmit your emotion into the pro-motor absolute Vajrakilaya state. Do you understand, yeah? Your immediately liberate all sentient beings into the wisdom of enlightenment. This aspect of Vajrakilaya practice is called the purva of infinite compassion. So that's called purva of compassion. And then bodhicitta purva, and this is called symbolize. Symbolic purva. So auto symbolic purva. So we have this like different activity, use different materials. And when we create like Vajrakilaya mandala, then we need many purvas. And we chant the prayers 10 wrathful ones. So we need 10 wrathful purvas. And then 4 activities. So 4 different purva. And 10 plus 4 again, right? So that kind of many, like you can see in the big dupchins, this like this, different directions. And then if a good one, they make, each activity need different material. So they also, you can see different material objects. And then this, some practitioners always carry with the body. Yeah, always in the body. I cannot carry, I always fly in the airplane, so they're easily going to lost. They take away. Okay. And the very small one is easy. So then people also use for protections. Because all the teaching, the meaning is effort to form. Is this protection. So you have this, is become your protection. But don't need to show the others. And then you lose power too. And the best is always keep yourself. And when you see this, then you just note what meanings. Not only look to, this is a sharp, danger, or nice or not nice. Then that is a dualistic, right? So then this cutting the dualistic. So when you see this, maybe moment you connect with Vajrakilaya mind. So that's the practice important when we use this Kilaya. So now we take the break here. And afternoon you're going to use Zong or no, Debe?
It's up to you, Khenpo. I'm not sure what you wanted to do. The texts are quite different.
Yes.
So if we don't have the correct text, it's very complicated.
Very complicated. Yeah, I think we're going to finish here and this practicing, and then conclusion. So we let go the Zoom afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah. So you also have a teaching, and you have already the complete one practice. So we go to the sadhana. Mantra Om Vajrakilaya Sarvam Bengani Ba Hong Be Om Vajrakilaya Sarvam Bengani Bam Hong Be Om Vajrakilaya Sarvam Bengani Bam Hong Be. Read the Lord again.
From the mantra garland, light rays and a second mantra garland issue forth, passing from my mouth into the mouth of the consort. The self-resounding mantra proclaimed by the inconceivable dakas and dakinis. From the consort's 4 chakras arouses the mind stream. From the consort's secret place, the mantra garland enters my vajra, and the deities residing within my channels proclaim the sound of the mantra. The mantra garland then dissolves into my heart. I visualize this uninterruptedly.
Om Vajrakilaya Za Hong Ba Hong Katang Kaye Zaye Ben Zaye Anzete Aparanzet Maharasana Tamardene Sarvam Bengani Bang Om Be Om benza kile kilaya sahom bao kadam kate zaye benzaye anze de aparanzet marasana tamardane sarvam bengane bao hom be Om benza kile kilaya sahom bao kadam kate zaye benza anze de aparanzet de marasan tamardane sarvam bengane bao hom be. So we chant the Vajrakilaya mantra. Om Benzara Sadhu Samaya Manu Palaya Benza Sadhu Dinoba Dejan Dundro Me Bawa Sute Kayo Me Bawa Supe Kayo Me Bawa Anerado Me Bawa Sarva Iside Mintayan Sarva Karma Isizai Me Zidan Shiyan Guru Hom Ha 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 ho bangave sarva dadang gadang benzara mamimen benzara bama samaya sadhu a. So the next page, this is the glorious great Vajrakilaya and your divine example. I think that other sadhana also has. We follow this one. Can you read? Yeah.
Glorious great Vajrakilaya and divine assembly, please come here. I make outer, inner, and secret offerings. I praise your body, speech, mind, qualities, and activities. I confess all unmindfulness, transgressions, confusions, and impaired and broken vows. Please think of me with compassionate love and grant me all accomplishments.
We do Tibetan Hong Barjin Purve Lazo Ye Senai Sanwen Chu Bambur Gusong Tu Yung Chen Le Du Ba Ming Gan Chor Nyam Cha Ya Tu Ji Zer Gong E Zhou Zo Om Benza Kumar Sapare Vare Argam Badeng Pipe Debe Alogen Gende Neve de Shabda Rade Saye Soha. So this all the Hong.
Homage and praise to the deity Vajrakilaya, destroyer of Maras, with changeless body, immutable and firm, free from aging and decline, and who, appearing in wrathful form, unifies the activities of all the Buddhas of the 10 directions and the 3 times as one.
Hong Soje Dizon Sanje Damje Je Chen Le Jig De Ragbu Guru Yen Ba Chanjurami Sabdin Digu Tarveka Dindra Purple La La Sansa Lo. Confession of mistakes.
Although primordially we are united indivisibly, I have been wandering in samsara, confused and ignorant. Therefore, whatever wrong I have committed, and all lapses, breaches, and mistakes, I confess with them a feeling of remorse and deep regret.
Yene Dadan Yermi Dongje Jang Mare Nirben Korwan Chambeze Mege Nyam Jang Gantar Jerzaba Ranong Jebe Semjen Dolo Ja. Do not go to the dedication, page 34. And the dedication. Whatever two
accumulations have been amassed throughout the 3 times with the body, speech, and mind of myself and others, transforming and perfecting them, I dedicate it all to perfect purity. May the fruit of the non-dual essence be attained.
Da yin ling a yi som je de som zo nye jer sa ba jer zo yang da chen bo ngo ngo wo ni mi dar do yo ben zai ge le ge la ya sarvan ben ga ni bang hong be Om ben zara ge le ge la ya sarvan ben ga ni bang hong be Om Vajrakilaya sarva vengani Om Be Om Vajrakilaya sarva vengani Om Be Om Vajrakilaya sarva vengani Om Be. Thank you, everyone. So we finish Vajrakilaya. Trashi Delay, Zom Sangha. Trashi Delay, everyone here. So we have to come back anyway.
Thank you to Shara, who
Thank you,
led
Shira.
the
Thank you,
感恩仁波
organizers.
切，
感谢
感恩仁波切，感恩医师，
扎西德勒。
明天见。
Thank you, Debbie.
明天见。
Great job.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Sheriff, Debbie, Michelle
Hello.
Rowe. Thank you, organizers. Beautiful job.
Thank you so much, Khenpo.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Kumbalan.
Thank you, Khenpo.